Well, hello. This is a watch me video, and what's nice about these videos is that it is really simple. All you have to do is watch how I solve this problem so that you know how to do the next one. And here we go. Here's the scenario. You are in vacation in the rainforest of South America. You discover a slow sloth crawling across the ground. Here he is, crawling away there. He is headed for a large tree that is 3 3/4 yards away from him. You watch his slow progress as he moves one foot in front of the other. After a full minute, the slow sloth has only traveled 2 5/6 yards. How much further does your slow-moving sloth have to travel before he reaches his tree? Alrighty. So the tree that your sloth is traveling to is 3 3/4 yards away. Now he has traveled, so we're subtracting, he's already traveled 2 5/6 yards towards that tree. So the first thing I want to do is create a fraction boxes that represent 3 3/4 yards. So let's go ahead and do that right now. And I'm going to create first 3 full boxes. Whoa, that's not a box. All right, now that, my friends, is a box. So I've got one there, and then I'm going to have a second and a third. So let me move these. I've got 3 boxes, and I've got a fourth box that we're going to make empty, but then I'm going to cut it into 4 parts because this is 3/4. This is how far it is from your sloth all the way to the tree, and it's 1, 2, 3 yards, and then here I got 3/4 or 3/4, right? So I'm going to simply make 3 lines, 1, 2, 3, and that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. Now I get 3 out of 4, so I'm going to color in 3 out of the 4, just like that. So this is what I've got. This is how far it is from your sloth to the tree, 3 3/4 of a yard, right? Now he's already traveled 2 5/6. I'm going to take care of this fraction first. Now the first thing I need to do is notice that these have unlike or uncommon denominators, and I need to find my common denominator, and I'll do that by finding my LCM. I'm going to just move this over here a little bit so I have room to work. My LCM stands for my least common multiple, and so I'm going to take these 2 denominators, the 4 and the 6, and find a common denominator or a common multiple. So I put the 4 on top and then the 6, and now I'm first going to just start counting by 4s. So I go 4, 8, 12, 16, and now I'll count by 6s, so 6 and then 12, and bingo, I've got it right away right there. So that means that I'm going to break this 3/4 into 1, 2, 3 places, so 3 boxes, and I'm going to go up and down. 3 boxes means I'll draw 2 lines, 1, 2, and that gives me 1, 2, 3, right? So now if I look at the number of boxes, I should have 12 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So that is working perfectly. Now, I need to figure out how I'm going to subtract these, right? So what I need to do is change this 2 5/6 into 12ths, right? And the reason I want to do that is that these are 12ths, not 6ths, right? So if I tried to take one of these away, I'm taking a 6, not a 12. So I have to figure out, change this into 12ths. And the way I would do that is I'm going to simply multiply by 1, 2 over 2, by the giant 1 of 2 over 2. So let me just enlarge this so there's a little bit more room to work. And I'm going to multiply by the giant 1 of 2 over 2. And the whole number stays the same, right? So that stays at 2. And then I'm going to multiply 5 times 2 is going to give me 10. And then 6 times 2 is going to give me 12, right? So now if I'm subtracting one of these, I'm taking a 12th away, not a 6th, like I did over here. So that's the whole reason we do that. Now, let's go ahead and look here for a second. I'm wanting to subtract 10 of these 12ths, and I only have 9 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So I'm going to have to take this whole box here and break it up just like I did here with all these lines into 12 parts. So I'm going to duplicate what I did with this last one. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2 lines this way, and that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? So now I can start subtracting these 12ths, right? And I've got 9 here that I already counted. So if I want to get rid of those, I'm going to just do this. I'm going to just grab these and color those all in white or erase them, right? So there's 9 that's gone. I need to take a 10th one here, right? So I'll do the same thing with this little box here and get rid of that one there. And that gives me these right here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 11 12ths that I've got there. Now, this is I got to take away 2 wholes, right? So I'm going to get rid of both of these. So I'll do that just the same way. I'll cross this one out, and I will cross this one out here. And so now those are gone. So now what do I have left? I have just the 11 12ths. So let's go ahead and look at the algorithm and see how the algorithm works. And we'll do that right here. And I'm going to just rewrite this whole, whoa, come back here, you crazy thing. I'm going to rewrite this whole thing here. The 3 3/4, and I'm subtracting the 2 and the 5/6. And now I'm going to multiply both of these by the giant 1, right? So now, that's an ugly one, but you get the idea, right? And here's another ugly one. I'm consistent if nothing else, right? All right, so now for this one, for the 4th, I'm going to multiply by 1, 2, 3 over 3. And that'll be 3 over 3. And then for this bottom one here, I'm going to multiply it by 1, 2, so 2 over 2. And 2 over 2. Now that's going to give me some new mixed numbers. Now, first of all, the 3 I'm going to just carry over, so that'll stay the same. And then the 3, I'm going to go 3 times 3 is going to give me 9. And then 4 times 3, whoops, that's the wrong thing. 4 times 3 is going to give me 12. So I'm going to put 12 right there. And now I'm going to just bring this 2 straight on over. And that's going to be 2. And now I'm going to have 5 times 2 is going to give me 10. And the 6 times 2 is going to give me 12. Now, before we go on here, I want you to just take a look at a couple things. If you notice, before I did any of the subtracting, the 3 were the original 3 here that I had under there and there, right? So I had 1, 2, and this one was a third one that we then cut in holes. And this one I had originally, I had 9, remember? I had the 9 12ths, and that's what this is right here. So it's represented by 1, 2, 3, and then these 9 12ths. And then I subtracted, if you remember, I subtracted these 2 and 10 12ths, right? So let's put this back where it was and this back where it was. And now let's continue on with our algorithm. So I'm going to just draw a line right across here. Now, the first thing that you're going to notice is that, first of all, I do have my common denominators, but now I'm looking at my numerators, and I've got trouble coming, right? Because I can't take 9 and subtract 10 from it. I've got to borrow. So just like I borrowed over here when I didn't have enough of these, right? And then I ended up having to come over here and cut this into 12 parts. Well, I'm going to do the same thing over here. Now watch how I do that with the algorithm. So I'm going to scoot this over, and I'm going to choose a different color so that you can see what I do here. So now I'm going to borrow 1 from here and turn that into a 2, and then I'm going to add 12 12s. Now that's exactly what I did over here. I cut this into 12 parts. So now you can do a couple of different things here. What I like to do is I take 12 minus 10 will give me 2, plus this 9 right here will give me 11, right? So I would have 11 12s. Now the other way to do that is to just add these two together. 9 plus 12 is going to give me a new fraction of 21 12ths, right? And when I take 21 and subtract 10 from it, I still get 11. So you can either do it like this in 2 parts, where you go 12 minus 10 is 2, plus 9 is 11, or you can add these two together to get 21, and then take 21 minus 10 to give you 11. Either way is going to work for you. And then 2 minus 2 is going to give me 0, so I have 0 wholes and 11 twelfths. Really, you would just write 11 twelfths. And as you see, our algorithm agrees with our illustration right here. But the main thing that's really important is to understand that when you're doing your borrowing here, you're trading one of these wholes in, and you're cutting it into 12 twelfths, okay? And you always want to use the same denominator to cut it into. So there you have it. The next problem that you do is going to be a work with me. So we'll take you through step by step, and I'll have you pause the video, and then you'll do the same thing that I just did. So I'll show you how to do it. We'll go step by step. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.